everyone, this is Miss Carrie at the Waukee Public Library. Today we are going to make pom-pom pets. So a pom-pom, little round fluffy things, and all you need is yarn, scissors, maybe glue, and maybe some paper if you want to cut out extra pieces to add to your pet. You'll see what I'm talking about at the end for that. So the first thing to do is, if you have any rings or jewelry on, take it off so it doesn't get tangled up on the inside of your pet. And then you're going to cut one string of your yarn about 8 inches long. So if you have a piece of paper, you can just cut it a little bit longer than that. And you're going to stick it between your fingers like that and just let it dangle there. And then I'm using a different color of yarn just so you can see better when we get a little farther along, but you'll want to use probably the same color of yarn, unless it helps your pet to have a few random colors of fur that are a different color, then go ahead and use different colors. Then you're going to just start wrapping this around your hand. Hard to do that backwards. So that you can see, and you're going to just wrap it around. Don't go too tight to cut off the circulation in your fingers, and don't go so loose that it will fall off your hand either. So nice, happy in between there, and you're just going to wrap and wrap and wrap. If you want a larger pom-pom, you're going to wrap like 130 times around. So I'm going to stop talking and count to keep track of how many times I'm going around. For a more medium-sized pom-pom pet, you're going to go about 100 times around, so you can experiment and see what size of pet you'd like. Alrighty, after you've got your handful of yarn there, you're just going to cut it off at the end. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or anything. Then you're going to grab one of your first strings that's left dangling down there, and the other one. Going to tie them. Oops. There we go. If you have someone else near you that can help you with an extra hand, that might be helpful. It doesn't have to be super tight right now, just tight enough to keep all the strings together while you gently slide this off your hand. Like that. And now you're going to tie it really tight as you can. And double knot it so it stays. Like that. All right, next thing you're going to do is all these little loops you worked so hard to make, you're just gonna cut along the edge there, cut them in half so that they're not loops anymore. Unfortunately, you can't do the whole wad at once, so you just have to take a few at a time until they're all chopped out here. You might find a few later random guys, yep, like that in there. All right, so now if you want a really fluffy, wild, hairy creature, pom-pom creature, you can leave it that way. Or if you'd like it to be a little smoother, you can just give it a little haircut, a little bit at a time, and you can just keep going around till it's even, or give it a mohawk, or whatever you want to do. I'm going to cheat and do the one I did earlier and bring it over. So I cut his hair down pretty low, and I made clearly 2 different sizes. The bottom was 130 wrapped pom-pom, and the top one is 100 wrapped pom-pom. So you can do a short pet, tall pet, and then color some paper and cut it out for the various eyes and legs. And of course I went with a fantasy pet, so I have a dragon. But you can make a dog or a cat or whatever is your favorite creature. Have fun.